Hello everyone. In today's session, I'm going to explain you how to build a Gmail autoresponder workflow using n8n step by step in a very simple way. So what this workflow does is it will poll, that is monitor your Gmail inbox for incoming messages, and it will detect whenever a new email is received, the workflow is triggered, and the next action that is taken is it will use the AI to decide whether a reply is needed or not. If the reply is needed, then it will generate a smart response in a whatever tone you have set, like professional tone, casual tone, whatever you are giving the instructions to the AI agent. It responds in that particular tone to that email. Okay. In the sense, like I don't want to send it, I want to keep it as a draft reply so that I can validate the response and then send it, right? So in this entire automation, I am not sitting and typing the response. This response is generated automatically. I'm just validating it, and then before sending, I'm validating and sending. It will save a lot of my time. Okay. Okay. So this is my email or automatic email responder workflow. Okay. As you can see, the first step is a Gmail trigger. Okay. This is a Gmail trigger node. What it does is it will, this node keeps listening to your Gmail inbox, which I have authenticated already. The steps are already explained in my previous videos. You can go and refer to those videos for details on this, right? So it will connect to my Gmail account. It will poll my account Gmail inbox every minute. Okay, so it will keep checking, keep listening to my Gmail inbox. Whenever a new email comes, then this automation is triggered. Right. So you can set the various poll times, like it can run every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, or every X number of time, right? Or you can even customize it. Okay. So this is a setup which I have done. Like every minute I am checking my Gmail inbox to see if there is any new mail that has come in. Okay. Whenever there is a new mail which has come in my inbox, it will pass on the flow to next AI agent action to be taken, right? In the next step, where once the email comes in, we connect it to a AI agent using an OpenAI chat model and a JSON parser as a tools. Okay. So what this AI agent does is it will assess if this email which I have received needs a response or no. Okay. So what it does is, so it fetches the subject, it fetches the message, content of the message, and then the action that it is I'm asking it to do is your task is to assess if the message requires a response. Return a JSON format, true if it does, false otherwise. So I'm also instructing that marketing emails don't require a response. Okay. So what I'm expecting this agent to do this task. Okay. So what are the tools that I'm giving? I'm giving an OpenAI chat model to do this validation, and I'm giving, see, in the OpenAI chat model, I'm just giving my API key, OpenAI API key, and I'm giving the model that I'm using, and then the response format will be JSON. Okay. This is important. JSON parser is important. This tool, what it does is, I don't want any explanatory output. I just want the output in the form of a Boolean expressions like with true or false. Okay. So this particular AI agent will only check the content of the message, and it will decide with the AI LLM model. It will decide whether this needs a response. The output of this will be true or false. This particular AI agent will give true or false. So there is a if else node right here. So what this does is, if the response that is received by the AI agent is true, it will further send the request to a generate a reply node. Okay. So, so in this node, what I'm telling is, if the JSON needs a reply is true, okay. So is true, then go to the generate reply node. Okay, if it is false, if the output is false, no response is required, then terminate the workflow. Okay, so say for example, my response is true from the previous node. So then generate reply. What this generate reply agent will do is, let's see. So what I'm asking it to do is, it will fetch the subject and the message, and I'm asking it, I'm giving a prompt. What is the prompt I'm giving? I'm giving it a prompt as, you are a helpful personal assistant and your task is to draft replies on my behalf to my incoming emails. Okay. So whenever I provide some text from an email, return an appropriate draft reply for it and nothing else. Okay. Ensure that the reply is suitable for a professional email setting and addresses the topic in a clear, structured, and detailed manner. So do not make things up. Okay, I'm instructing. So detailed instructions I'm giving. Make the response should be concise and maintain a business casual tone. It starts with hello and ends with best regards. And when replying to yes or no questions, draft two responses, one for affirmative and one negative separated by or. Okay. If you don't know an answer, you can leave placeholder like your answer here, so that you can, in the draft response, draft email, you can type your answer. Okay, if the LLM is not able to provide an answer, you can customize it by replacing this placeholder with your content. Okay, with your response. Then don't use any special formatting, only a plain text. Then reply in the same language as the inbound email. Okay. So, so this is a prompt which I am giving to my AI chat agent. Okay. So for this, I am using an OpenAI chat model, LLM model, with with my account API key and that the model which I am using. Okay. And you can change the model according to your need and requirement. Okay. So once the draft is generated, it has to be integrated with my Gmail account, and it has to send the draft, tag the draft response to the same thread. Okay, so from where I have received the email. Okay, so I'm again authenticating with the same account. I'm marking the resource as a draft message. Okay, so operation is create and reply subject is reply to the same subject from where the mail is received and to the same thread. Okay, so this message is a message received from the LLM model. So this is a thread. Draft is for the same email that is received. Okay, this is my entire workflow. Okay, so let's execute this against my account. So my account validating is this one. Okay, let's log in to my account. This is my Gmail account, test account. So here I'll be executing the flow. Okay, so there is no email that is received, and let me just send an email, a test email. Okay, let me send this email. Okay, so there is a new email. Okay, so if I execute the workflow, it will fetch the email. It will do if the response is required. Say if here it says response is required. So it will generate an email response, and it will save it in the form of a draft for against the same thread. Okay. So let's see what are the outputs of this. Okay. So here it says a new email is received. It is delivered, and the new email that is received. See from where from whom it is received. Subject. What is the subject? Okay, and then what is the content of the email? So the text content is, I need a immediate assistance. So the content is there. So it has fetched that email. Okay, so the Gmail node is triggered, and then assess. So what this assessment assess node has done, it has given me a response as needs reply, which is true. Okay, so that means this email needs a response. So it is true. Okay, output is true, and generate email. Okay, so what is the email response it is generated? See, it has generated response. Okay, let's see what is the response. Okay, so it has sent it to my account in the form for draft response. See, you can see here the mail has a draft. Okay, so this is a draft email which says, "Hello Taslim," that is the sender. Then, "Thank you for reaching out. Could you please provide me more specific details about the AI workflow issue you are facing with the Gmail auto-response? Knowing the exact problem will help me assist you more effectively. Looking forward for your response. Best regards." See, I told it to start with hello, addressing to the person, and end with best regards. Okay, so this is a draft, it has not sent it. So I can just validate this and click on send if it's all good. Okay, so it has saved a lot of my time in addressing all such kind of emails. Okay, so let's do one more round of testing. So let me send another email. Say for example, I have this. Okay, so this one this mail I received for subscription to a AI tool. Okay, so what I do is I'll forward this and I'll tell, please check the mail below and respond accordingly. Okay, so I'll send this. Okay, so let me see if I've received the mail. Yeah, I've received the mail. So let's, this is not active. This workflow is not active. Once I make it active, it will start polling the emails. Okay, for since it is not active, so I need to execute the workflow. Let me execute the workflow. See, the workflow is completed. Let's see what is the output. Refresh this page. See, there's a draft. So see what is a draft. This is the email which was forwarded to me, and it has created a draft, which is, "Thank you for forwarding the details about TurboScribe. I have reviewed the email and I am excited to try out the subscription services they offer. I will upload my first file shortly and look forward to experiencing their promised speed and efficiency. Best regards." Right? So this kind of mail I received. Okay, I just would have to validate the response and then send it. Let me do one more round of testing. Ignite automation details as a subject, and I'll just mention as, "Give me details about AI automation workflow in N10 using simple to understand use case." Okay, I just sent this. Now let me see my inbox if I have received a mail. Okay, I have received a mail. Now execute the workflow. Okay, workflow is executed. So there is a draft generated. And if I click on draft mail, see, this is the response I'm getting. "Thank you for your interest in learning about AI automation workflow in United. A simple use case can be automating the process of data extraction and analysis. For instance, suppose you have a regular influx of customer feedback through emails. You can set up a written workflow that triggers whenever a new email arrives. This workflow could use an AI to analyze the sentiment of the feedback, categorize it into positive, negative, neutral, and then input these details into a database for further analysis. This automation saves time and provide quick insight into customer satisfaction trends without manual intervention." So like this, draft is generated. Okay. So you can just click on validate it and click on send. Or you instead of draft, you can even make it as a send email. If you have done with some few rounds of testing of this workflow and you are satisfied with the draft that it is generating, then instead of a draft, you can even very well mark it as a send mail node. Okay, so it will directly send emails. Okay, so let's just send an email with needs no reply. Okay, so I'll just send this mail stating that this mail needs no reply just to validate the false scenario. Okay, so now I have sent a mail. Let's see if the mail is received. Okay, new mail is received. Now execute the workflow. Okay, see, workflow is executed. It has not even gone to the generate response. So because the output here for the if node is false. Okay, that means it has terminated the workflow and this mail is not having any response. Okay, so this is a workflow which will automatically respond to all the emails that you have received in your inbox. Okay, I hope this was useful and you build on top of this use cases. Okay, thanks for joining in today and thanks for your time. Bye bye, take care.